Hello, Snack Pack. Welcome back to Travel Snacks. And if this is your first time, welcome to the channel. So Travel Snacks, as I'm talking, there's a big helicopter just going by. So I don't know if you can hear that, but it's pretty loud on my end. So give it a second. We've been having a lot of this lately over our house. I don't think you guys can see it if I even pointed it that way. Anyways, Travel Snacks is all about traveling, eating good food, using the resources you have, maybe on a limited budget, and just being resourceful and having a good time, and maybe living an alternative type lifestyle, maybe RV, van life, car life, tiny home, something like that. So who is with me already? Oh my gosh, Finchy ASMR already got here super early. Laszlo, hello. And hey Grant, how you doing? Oh, sorry, Finchy, I didn't see this until right now. I will check out your channel after the live stream. How's everybody doing? What's going on? Since we're just getting started, if you can throw a like on this, because I think it tells YouTube that they should recommend my live stream. So if you haven't already, like, bop up a little thumbs up on there. Also, if you are just on here for the first time and you're not part of the snack pack and you want to be, hit the subscribe button. And you might as well hit the notification bell. Then you know every time I upload new videos. And when these live streams go live, then you'll get an alert. Hey, Fake Freedom, how you doing? Hey, Flower Child from Vegas. Is Vegas back open? I've heard different things, like casinos and stuff. My screen is so dirty. Oh boy. All right, so as you can see, I'm coming to you live from inside of my van again. I did move, for you guys that were on here last Saturday, I did move the extender in the house. I moved it from the middle of the house right up to the wall that's like closest to the outside. So hopefully it's better. Hey, Evo Gauge. So if you guys get like intermittent stuff, let me know. But for the most part, I think this should be a better connection today. And if not, then I'll move it outside. But I don't think we'll need to, but I guess we'll find out. Seems to have made, all right, yes. Oh, Vegas is open. All right, that's cool. So in California, we started to become like open about getting restaurants open and not having to wear masks. And then the governor like kind of took it all back and he's like, no, never mind. And so now we're back to mask requirement, and some of the stuff is like closing back down or having like more stronger requirements, like only 50% restaurant like capacity. It is pretty windy again today. I don't know why. It's like super windy every Saturday. Breakfast. What time is it? What time is it where you are? Right now, it's obviously around 2 o'clock because that's when I start the live streams. So it's still afternoon. The new cases out here, yeah, there's like so many like spike in numbers and stuff. Is the wind bothering you guys? Is it like causing like shh? Or is it just like you can see my hair windy? 2:04. Hey, Fireproof Sun. It's 2:04, like afternoon or morning. Oh shoot. Okay. I wonder if I could roll this window up, because last time when I rolled the window up, I lost the connection for whatever reason. Hold on. I've got to turn the van on. You can hear the wind, but you can also hear me fine. Let me see if I can roll this up a little bit. I also don't want to suffocate in here because it's still hot. I don't know what temperature it is. Okay, well, hopefully. The heck? Hold on a second. Weird. Did we lose the connection? Hold on. Okay. Hopefully we're still connected. I'm in the van and I didn't even know that this had Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth was like blinking. Still connection. Okay. Okay, let's see. So much better. Okay, you go live in Australia, 7 a.m. Hey, that's pretty cool, except for people that don't like to get up in the morning. You could put a towel on the mic, depending on what you're using. I'm using my laptop, so where is the mic? Oh, it's these little like holes, so I don't think so. Okay, cool. No, this isn't gonna work. I'm about to suffocate. It's so hot. Wait, okay. How about this? What if we just do that? We'll see if that helps. I just cracked the door and that makes a big difference for me, and hopefully it doesn't get too super windy. I swear, with these live streams, it's either my phone gets overheated, so I can't really use my phone, or it's a windy day. I don't understand. Okay. Yeah, don't die. I don't feel like dying today. Was wondering if you would be getting hot. No wind. Okay. Yeah, it can get pretty hot in here. I think this is going to be okay. I just have the window or the door cracked a little bit, so that's fine for me. Okay, real quick, for those of you that are new to the live streams, just a quick disclaimer. You never, ever, ever have to donate any money to the snack fund. But if you do want to make a donation, just know that if you do it through the super chat, which is like the little $sign, wind, you'll get like a little super sticker, but YouTube takes 30%, which is okay. But just know that your money would be going 30% towards YouTube. If you don't want to do that, you can donate through PayPal. My PayPal is, what is my even PayPal? It's in the description of every video or live, PayPal or Cash App. So if you do want to make a donation, I would recommend doing it that way. And if you do make a donation while sticker by using PayPal, I do have these cool like sounds that I got last week, and I did upgrade so it's no ads. So now it's going to be even better. So we have like cool like party sounds or ka-ching sounds or whatever. So nobody has to donate anything, but I'm just saying if you do and you want all the money to go to the snack fund, PayPal or Cash App. Oh no, don't lose the connection. Okay. Hopefully we're still connected. Buffering. Poop. We're okay now? All right, well, I think I'm gonna leave the extender for now. It may be just because of the wind or whatever. Hey, Monique. Hey, Armando. Also, my parents are inside and maybe they're using their electronics too, so that could also do it. But we'll just keep going. If there's buffering, just, you know, talk amongst yourselves or something. Okay, so let's jump in. So the first thing is, what is everybody snacking on this week? While you guys letting me know, I will let you know that I've been eating mostly like fruits and vegetables and stuff. And this week my snack of choice was watermelon, which I haven't had a watermelon in so long. But I saw this like these little watermelons at Winco, which is a grocery store, and it was like 20 cents a pound. So I got it and I cut it up into like these little tiny little cubes. And one of the days we were working on the van, it was just so hot, and I was just like, you know, when you just feel overheated, I just literally ate watermelon for lunch, and it was so refreshing and so good. So, and then I was talking to one of my friends, and she's like, I hate watermelon. And I'm like, how? So do you guys like watermelon or don't? And obviously I like the ones without the seeds because you don't want to mess with those. Fake Freedom, you're hungry? Right now, bits and bites. Is that like an actual thing or just like little snack things? Bits and bites sounds like dog treats. Not to be weird, but Ritz crackers and watermelon like together, or just those are your two snack things that you've been snacking separately? I've also been eating potatoes, which I haven't had potatoes in so long because I thought they were like so bad for you, but come to find out, like they're not bad for you as long as you don't like put like 10 pounds of butter and milk, which usually that's how I eat them. But I've been like trying to just eat more vegetable stuff. So like this afternoon for lunch, I just had mashed potatoes and vegetables, and it was delicious, and I'm super full. Snacking on pretzels. Hey, Sorty Stories, Jay. Snacking on pretzels. I love pretzels. Mealing with spinach. Spinach is always also great. And super cheap blueberries and blackberries. Right, that's true. Blackberries and blueberries are pretty cheap, and they are delicious. And I usually put those like in my oatmeal in the morning. I had Jello earlier. Jello. Oh, do you guys call it jelly? Jello's delicious. I haven't had Jello in 100 years either. Snacks. Bits and Bites is pretzels, Cheerios, Shreddies, and Cheez-It mixture barbecue flavor. That sounds delicious. I guess you can't get it in the US. So we have that, but it's called Chex Mix, or there's other kinds like Gardettos, I think is another brand name. But I don't know if I've ever heard of Bits and Bites. But that sounds good. I like that. I like those salty flavors. We got a lot of good snacks this week. I've been on like the super like fruits and veggies thing. So I really haven't, I don't think I've had any, I haven't had any like junk food, snack food this week. I can't think of anything that I've had because I don't have anything in the house. Yeah, I don't think so. Monique says, I've been so bad snacking on cookies and cream ice cream. Oh, and chips. Oh, Chips Ahoy. I love Chips Ahoy and strawberries. So last week, my mom bought cookies and cream ice cream. And I also don't really eat ice cream a lot. And I had some, and it was very good. Sorty Stories. You said the magic words, Chex Mix and Gardettos. They're so good. That's one of my like staple, like when I would go on like flights, those would be like one of my staple travel snacks. Fireproof Sun, do you still have your car? I still do have my car. So the plan with the car is, so my car is very nice. Everything's really nice, but the outside, there's like a couple little like scrapes. Like one time I kind of like scraped the wall as I was parking, and the other side on the back has a little scrape. I don't know if someone like ran into my, bumper at some point or something. So anyways, long story short, I have a couple little scrapes. And so what I did is I ordered this like white, like pearl white little like paint stick. And so I just want to like touch it up, and then I'm going to put it up for sale, and hopefully it sells quickly because I need the money. Fake Freedom ate a whole can of mandarin oranges. That's good. I like oranges too. Hold on, this big wind. It's like so windy out here. You guys can probably see the trees like blowing. Yeah, mandarin oranges are delicious too. So one thing I wanted to say is, like in terms of, because I've been like trying to lose fat, and that's not the only reason I've been trying to eat fruits and vegetables and stuff, but I've been feeling bad, like health-wise, and so I started doing more plant-based, which you guys probably know, and like I started doing that back in like April. Well, I started doing plant-based like when I was on my journey, but like kind of halving it, and then I was doing good, and then I wasn't doing good, and I kind of fell off, and I was just eating like kind of crappy, and then anyways, back in April, I started to kind of get serious about it. And I was weighing myself once a week, and I like lost 4 pounds, and then like I gained it back. And then my son's like, stop weighing yourself. It's just upsetting you. And it really was upsetting me because I was like, gosh, I feel like I'm just eating so good for nothing. And so he's like, just stop weighing yourself. So I just stopped weighing myself and just kind of focused on just eating more healthfully and not like depriving myself, but just, thinking about eating more fruits and vegetables. And so yesterday on a whim, I just weighed myself, and come to find out I've lost 7.2 pounds since April. I'm like, I didn't even really do anything. I didn't really work out or do anything. I just I've been working on the van, but other than that, how did I lose 7 pounds? I don't know, but it's great. And so I'm going to keep going on that because yeah, I feel like it hasn't been like too bad of eating, and I feel a lot more healthy. So that's good. Let's see. I am going to give you a van update. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I feel like it's just like, it's great because usually if I've ever gone on like diets, they don't really work because I get like to that point where with any diet, you're just always like, forget this, I'm just gonna go eat pizza and tacos. And with this, the way I'm eating now, it's like more plant-based, so I can still have all the things. It's just like I'm just adding vegetables instead of, like kind of taking stuff away. I mean, I guess I am taking stuff away, but it doesn't feel like I'm dieting. It just feels like I'm eating a little more healthfully. Fake Freedom, how was your week? Mine was really weird with lots of drama. Ooh, let's talk about it. Sorty Stories, balance, boom, yep. Thank you, and also thank you. My week was, I gotta think about it for a second. It feels like all the days are going into each other. Oh, my week was, it was good, but it was just kind of like a little bit stressful. Just because there's so much going on in the world, and everyone's having like very intense, deep conversations about race and the world and politics and stuff, and that's definitely been happening in my family, and it's caused a lot of like kind of upset feelings and stuff. So it's been a bit of a challenging week, but we're getting through it, and I hope you guys are getting through it too. Fake Freedom, if you feel like sharing, let us know what drama you've been going through. One of the other things I wanted to talk about was the census, and I want to get you guys' take on it, because I was thinking about this, like as a nomad, as a traveler, since like this is not my house, this is my parents' house, and they already did the census. And when they did the census, they said that, they put 2 because they live here and there's just 2 of them. But I live here, but I don't like live here. Like this is just where I stay when I'm not traveling. And as a nomad, I was thinking like with the census, do you just put where you mostly are, or there's a big wind? The census is to help communities know how many people are there for funding, like local and regional and county funding and stuff. So for me to put like this is my address, it doesn't really, I mean, it helps this community, but it's not really like kind of truthful, but I guess I still would be counted. But since my parents already did it, they were like, don't do it because we already did it. And I guess there's like a lot of follow-up that I didn't know about. Like people like from the census office keeps calling you and asking you more questions. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever did the census. But I mean, I'm sure I have back years ago. How often do they do the census anyways? Is it like every 5 years? I don't know. Has anybody done the census? And what are your feelings on the census? Because I don't know. I really don't know. At this point, I haven't done it, and I don't know that I'm going to do it. The other thing is, this week, I've been starting kind of like purging, and I mean like purging stuff in my room, because when I've moved, I got rid of a lot of things, and now I have to get rid of like 80% of what I own, because everything that I own has pretty much got to fit in my van. I mean, I can leave a few boxes and stuff here, but for the most part, I want to just take everything that I have, that I own, and just have that. And I want to live more minimally anyways. So there's a few things that I have, but I need to sell a lot of stuff. So I've been putting a lot of stuff on Craigslist and Marketplace and OfferUp and stuff. And so it's been kind of stressful because I have like all this stuff just out of the closets and stuff. My room is like a total mess. And I have like this little section where I sleep on the bed, and the rest of the bed is all filled with stuff I'm trying to sell. So I think as things start to sell, I think I'll feel a lot better. But it can be hard to like purge all your stuff because there's some sentimentality to it. And also just, it takes a long time for people to come look at your stuff and say if they want to buy it or not. Monique says, I wasn't sure at first either. I did mine with my current address, but have not had any follow-up. Oh, okay. My parents had like 3 different phone calls from the office up here, and I'm not sure what questions they asked follow-up wise, but I was like, I don't have time for people to be just like asking me a bunch of questions. And Fake Freedom says, census, yeah, I think like there's definitely different schools of thought about the census. Like if you're like an off-grid person, you may not feel like participating in the census. And I'm kind of mixed both ways because like if they count people, for funding, but then who knows, you don't know where the money's going for anything anymore. Okay, Grant says census time in Canada is nothing more than a couple of people coming to your door and asking how many adults, how many kids in the household. Really? I know they do have people because there was ads in the paper for census number takers or whatever they're called. So there were like ads for jobs for people to actually go to door and ask questions. But then they send you the actual paper. You can do it online too. So I'm not sure how it all comes together. But I think some people get asked more questions for whatever reason, which kind of feels fishy to me. So I don't know. It's on the chat. It kind of just stopped. It says, I like dried anchovy for travel snacks. Oh, I've never had dried anchovy. I guess the only anchovy I've had would be on like Caesar salad. And that's it. I'm just making sure my phone is on. Do you guys like dried anchovies besides Gloin de Hobbit? And hello, welcome to the live stream. What are some of the things that you guys, if you were like minimalizing, is that a word? Minimizing what you own, what are some of the things you'd have a hard time parting with? Because for me, I'm not really having a hard time parting with a lot of things, but some of my clothes, not that I'm a big clothes person, but I feel like when I'm traveling, I get sick of wearing the same things over and over. So I kind of want to bring more than just like 3 tops and stuff. So I think that's been the hard thing. Like, what do I bring? Because I do like to go to church too. And I like to wear nicer things, but I don't want to like fill my whole van with like dresses and stuff for church. Cause that's whatever. Nope. No on the anchovies. Oh, your sneakers. You'd have a hard time parting with sneakers. Yeah, I could agree with that too. I only have a few pairs of sneakers. But for sure I would not let go of my Adidas and my Nikes. Those are the 2, because I wear my Nikes like every day just for like taking walks and stuff. And my Adidas, I just love them. I just think they're so cute. Your underwear. Oh, let's see. Grass says my underwear. Yeah, that's a good one too. Definitely couldn't leave home with the underwear. Evo Gauge, my music collection. Oh, do you have like records? Or do you mean just like, because if you have it on your phone, you could always have it with you. My Funko Pops. What are Funko Pops? Is that a thing? I've never heard of Funko Pops. I don't know. There's just like a lot of stuff that I need to get rid of. It's just a lot of stuff. And then you get to the point where you're just like, whatever. If it's less than $25, I'm just not going to deal with having people come over and buy stuff. Probably just donate it. But if it's over like $25, then maybe it's worth selling. Because, when you sell stuff on like Craigslist and all that, you got to deal with people. Is this still available? Then you say yes. Then they don't get back to you. Or they say, I'm going to come and look at it. And then they don't. Or they come and look at it and they're like, never mind. And then they try to like, nickel and dime you down. And then you're just like, no. And it's just like a hassle. So anything that's like lower, like $5, unless I'm doing a garage sale, which I'm probably not, then it's just like probably going to be donated. Monique, you will feel better once you start purging. I love clothes and I managed to fit everything I love in my car. The Container Store was a blessing for me because I'm very organized. That's awesome. I'm pretty organized too. I think it's just like, yeah. I already made a first pass and I got rid of like a big stack of clothes, and I need to do like 3 more passes and just be like, okay, realistically, what am I going to wear? Because even when I'm here, I pretty much still wear the same like 5 outfits and 5 tank tops. So I need to be realistic about the things that I pack. Going to Hobbit, my baseball hat collection and your water pick. Baseball hat collection. Yeah, if you have a collection of something, I think that would be important to keep because you've been like collecting it. And your water pick. Yeah, I don't have a water pick, but I have an electric toothbrush, and I obviously didn't bring it on my last journey. But now that I'm going to have plugs and stuff in here, I will be able to like bring my electric toothbrush. Let's see. So do you guys have any other things to talk about or questions? Because the next thing I'm going to talk about is my van update, what's going on with the van, what I've done this week, and then I'll show you what's going on in here. It's not much, but I'll show you. And then we can, since you guys seem to like the games last week, we can jump into playing Would You Rather. And I have some new travel questions, so it should be pretty fun. Fake freedom. I've been in high demand of family members which have separated themselves from me due to my faith in Christ, and I became a little struck by their need for me while resenting me at the same time. I totally understand that, 100%. I fully understand that. It's hard when you like have a strong belief in something, and you have a family member or family members that have strong beliefs or opinions in the other direction. It's very hard because like you love your family, but you're also like trying to stand for something, like stand for what you believe is right or what is right. And it becomes so hard, and it's very emotional. And then when you go through so many emotions, it's hard to like go through your regular daily life because you're still like, hey, I still got to live. I still got to do things and like go through my regular life. But then there's that thing just like heavy, like weighing heavy on your mind. And I mean, the way I get through that is I just pray a lot, and I try to like talk to the people that do understand so that I can just like get it off my chest and then just like get into a better space and a more loving space. Cause I try to like circle it back around to love. Like no matter what somebody else believes, I still want to like do my best to try to be a loving being. Their own opinions and the right to be free, honestly. Rubik's Cube, those things stress me out. Walking with Jesus. I walk with Jesus every day. For me, that's one of the most important things to me. I know not everybody agrees with that, but for me, I've come to a place where I used to be like questioning God, and I used to like wonder and have like panic attacks and like wonder what we're all doing here and if God's real. And then I just like really took a lot of time to like read and think and pray and stuff. And then I came back full circle to believing that God is the ultimate source of everything, and my walk with Jesus has been wonderful. Life without Rubik's Cube is no life at all. No, I can't do Rubik's Cube. I think when Rubik's Cubes were popular, I used to peel off the stickers and just be like, look, I actually made it happen. And it never did because I can't think that deeply. Photos and yearbooks are hard to let go. Okay, so photos for sure. I have like a gigantic, like big plastic container of like physical pictures. Yearbooks, so I'd say like probably 2 years ago, I finally went through all my yearbooks, and I only kept my last one, my senior year yearbook. And what I did with all the other ones, because I had like yearbooks from junior high all the way through high school. And so what I did is, this is a little extra, but what I did is I took pictures with my phone camera. I took pictures of all the pages that had like writing on them, like people that signed my yearbook, or any pages that I felt like either I was in the pictures or people I knew. It took a little bit of time, but it wasn't as much time as I thought it was going to take. And then I did end up just throwing away the yearbooks. I think I actually like ripped up all the pages that had like writing on it. But I just like, I didn't want to carry those boxes anymore. I was sick of having the yearbooks, and I'm like, I'm never going to look at these. And I have boys. Like, I think maybe with girls, like maybe if I had girls, they would, be like, oh, mom had these yearbooks. But I think with boys, they're just like, yeah, mom, we're never going to like, be taking care of your yearbooks when you pass on or like whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to get rid of them. And it's been so much lighter. I never miss having my yearbooks. Jesus tells us to pray for those that spitefully use us doing God's will. Yeah, that's true. Going to The Hobbit. I would hate to give up my Vitamix juicer. Oh man, like I've been thinking about, well, I'm not thinking about getting it right now because they're like so expensive, but I would love to have that. But I don't know. I think they take a lot of power, and I think that would just drain my battery. But I hear that it's good. And then I also hear that a lot of people that get the Vitamix use it for like a month. Like they're just like gung-ho about it. And then after a while, they're just like, oh, it's just in my cabinet and I don't ever use it. I scanned all of my pictures and store them on a hard drive and keep it in a safety deposit box. That's smart too. I don't know if I'll have time to do all that because I have like all of my pictures from like forever since I was like old enough to be having my own pictures, all my kids' pictures, and all of like even from like high school. So I have like a giant thing of photos, and it seems like a huge job to do that. So I would love to do that. I don't know if that'll get done before I leave though, but I think that is a very smart thing to do because, you know, pictures are going to fade anyways, and, you know, they're going to get yellow and old and stuff. So I think it is probably very smart to scan old photos. Don't laugh, but I just finally got your notification for the live stream. I tell you something weird with YouTube with me, and it's already 30 minutes in. That's so weird. I don't know what the problem is. It feels like it's like getting caught in some kind of filter. Maybe you could check your filters in your email program because that seems so weird. I wonder, you know what? I wonder if you had like a second email address. No, that wouldn't work because you'd have to subscribe and get notification. Like that would be a whole nother thing, but I'm not sure. That seems really weird that you're getting the notification for this. Like 30 minutes. That's a lot of time. Okay, so van update. So this week, what we did is, I gotta think about it. So one of the like most stressful things about this, it's not stressful, that's being dramatic. One of the things that's been causing the most trouble with this van build is bolts and screws. It's something you don't ever think about, and you don't think that it's like, you don't even think about that, but there's a lot of things that were like bolted from the floor to something else like the seat or the wheelchair lift or whatever, and those bolts have been in the way, and it's been very difficult to try to get those bolts off. And so we did go to Home Depot and buy like another like saw thing, and so we could get the bolts off, but there's, and I'll show you in a second, there's still pieces of them, so we still have to like shave them down even further, and it just takes a long time. It just takes like a long time. And I've cut like most of the carpet out, but there's just like a little piece right behind me so that we can like sit in here and be comfortable a little bit while we're working. Hold on, there's a big wind. Fake freedom. I think you're being monitored. I mean, who knows? Hey, Van Life Rocks, how's it going? You're got perfect timing because we're just talking about the van update. Okay, so we've been trying to get a lot of the bolts out. We have all the exposed wires. Sheared bolts. I don't know the difference between sheared bolts and other bolts. Like, thank God I have my dad because I don't know about any of these things. I don't even know like what things are called, like what tools or what. It's been a very big learning curve. But I'll show you what they look like in just a second. We got all the panels off, and then there's just like all these wires everywhere. And so the things that we don't need anymore, we don't need anything that has to do with the wheelchair lift. We don't need anything that has to do with folding the electric back seat down because that's gone. We don't need anything that has to do with the TV and VCR that was up here. And we don't need anything that had to do with the lights that were in the back, like on the ceiling, or the AC on the ceiling, or the stereo on the ceiling. And so there's a lot of wires. Tracy, what's up, girl? I don't miss the wind in Yucca at all. I know, right? Tracy's from Yucca. She knows we went to high school together. So everybody welcome Tracy. It's like such a windy day. It's like for no reason, you know, no reason. The things that we only need wires for are the tail lights, the backup camera, and then these lights here. So I was getting ready for my live stream today, and my dad, he was just a little impatient, and I think he wanted to surprise me. So I didn't know he was out here cutting wires. And so he actually like disconnected my backup camera and my stereo and these lights right here. And so I was like, Dad, like I told you like we could do it tomorrow. And he's like, I want to surprise you. And I was like, that's so nice, but also now things are disconnected. But like right before this live stream started, like maybe 5 minutes before, he got the backup camera and the stereo back working. And so all we needed, he says he can fix it, but he's gonna get these lights rewired. So let me show you what's going on in here. Oh, and then there's something else I want to tell you, but hold on, I'll tell you the next story about the van after I show you what's going on. Now I have my laptop, so it's not as easy. Like I can't see what you're seeing, but here's what it looks like with all these are just like half the wires. So as you can see, hold on, I gotta get adjusted here. As you can see, most of the carpet's out. We kept the carpet on the wheel wells. Let's see, right there. I'll go back there because we're gonna cover those up anyways. This is the actual fiberglass top. It looks like wood from probably where you're sitting, but it is fiberglass. Your dad is awesome though and funny. He is awesome and funny. Let's see. Let me go back here. Okay, so let's see. So we left the carpet on the wheel wells. Those are going to get cut up. The wire that we thought, was for the taillights, and I think they still are, but somehow there was a disconnection in the backup cam, which I think he fixed. And then this is the fiberglass, and then this is the lip that the medium top is on, which we're going to be raising this roof. So we're going to have to like either lift this part or cut this part and lift this part, if that makes sense. We haven't decided yet. As you can see, I can stand up a little taller, but I'm still squished down. And then, let's see. I don't know if you can see this, but you could see maybe, my hair's in the way. I don't know. You could see maybe some of the carpet. This is, that's where the gas, that's where the gas comes in, the gas tank. Hold on a second. This is above this seating area, and it's like where the TV and VCR were, and there's a bunch of wires in there. And I think that's where these lights, they're in here, they got disconnected. So, I don't know. Ah! Oh, this just fell down. We were trying to figure that out before the live stream. There's these like this, hold on, I'll show you. There was like this, it's upside down, but you can get the point. There's this, this panel of switches, but we don't need any of these switches because these are for the rear radio, cabinets, ceiling back there, and we don't need those. So we were trying to disconnect that, but the live stream was about to happen, and so I figured we would do that later. Let's see. It does. I know it looks like wood from where you guys are sitting. Yeah, the wheel wells. We're gonna frame over it like a square box, and that's gonna be the platform for the bed. Up here, yes, that's gonna be storage. I think I'm gonna like put some of like the kitchen not heavy stuff, but some of the kitchen stuff, and then like kitchen towels and like not super heavy stuff up here. Also back there's the same kind of opening. And so that's probably where I'm going to put like extra blankets or like big coats. So it's not like heavy over my bed. Will you be installing lights in the back? So we are going to put there, I don't know, some people call them dream lights, but they're just like little like LED. It just looks like these, but like more modern. And so what we're going to do is I wish I had a picture. It's going to look like a wood ceiling with like openings. My dad calls it T1, which I don't know, but it's whatever if you know what T1 looks like. And then we're going to stain it dark brown. And so we're going to cut like little circles and put like recessed lighting in there down like the center. So it is going to have the lights. And then it's also going to have a fan in there, like a ventilation fan. One thing I did this week that's very exciting is I ordered my insulation, and I'm very excited about it. So I was going back and forth, which this may not make sense to anybody, but because I've been doing a lot of research, there's a lot of different ways to insulate a van. And a lot of people would go with like polyiso, which I don't really even know what that is. It's like foam board, I think. Then there was this Thinsulate, which is also like a board, which everyone recommended that. But then a lot of other people recommended Havelock wool, and Havelock wool is like sheep's wool. And so I decided to go with the sheep's wool. And so I did order that. We kind of measured, and even on their website, it said for a Chevy Express, you'll probably need 2 bags of the wool. So I ordered the 2 bags, and it like takes like a week. And I wanted to order it now because next week we're going to finish these wires and start doing the roof. And so after that, we're going to do the floor and then the insulation. And so I figured I need to start ordering some things. I need to sell my car. I need some money. It's like going kind of fast, but also slow at the same time. So I need to start selling some stuff because I need to like replenish some monies. The other thing is, hold on, let me get this wind out of the way and I'll tell you. I do like the breeze though, because it is kind of hot. So this thing right here, see that thing right there? It looks like a battery, a car battery. But it's not. It is the heater and AC for back there. So this van has heating and AC right here in the front where you drive, but it also had heating and AC in the ceiling for the passengers. So we talked about this last week, and I forget who had the smart idea. I think it was either Van Life Rocks or Evil Gage or somebody, about just keeping it, and you know, when you're getting ready for bed, driving around and like blasting the AC back there so that when I turn off the car, it'll be really cold back there. But what happened is, in order to get the ceiling panel off this week, the ducts were in the way. So my dad ended up cutting the ducts out, and then he ended up pulling the wires off of the fiberglass. And so all the stuff that was already connected for that kind of got, I don't want to say destroyed because it's not like we couldn't put it up, but it just got to the point where it would be probably more work at this point to have the backseat AC. And I feel like a lot of times I'm not going to be wanting to have my fan running to keep that AC going, even driving around like for an extra while. So we're going to try to get rid of that box, that AC unit. Problem is, so today we drove it over to one of the mechanics up here, and he was like, it's not an easy process because I guess there's like Freon and all these other things that I don't know about. And so he said it was going to probably be like $400. And I'm like, no, I'm not paying $400 to have that box removed. And so he recommended contacting this other place. Like it's about 30 minutes from here. And it's like a hose place. Like the name of it is something hose. And I guess they deal with I don't know, ACs and stuff. And so I call, hey, two sisters in a cocktail. Hey, Ivana. No problem. I'm glad you're here. So I called this place, and the recording was like, we're going to be closed from June 29th to July 6th. So they're going to be gone for a whole week. So I left a message, and we'll see, because if we can just cap off 2 of these hoses back here, we can take out that box, because that box is in the way of, because I'm going to need to put stuff over there like extra batteries and the charge controller for the solar. So that is very prime space. So we need to take that thing out, and in order to take it out, we got to disconnect hoses, but we're not able to do that because they run through the front and they control the AC up front, and we're going to mess things up. So we're going to just have to contact that person again and see if they can get do like a custom cap to cap off the 2 hoses. There's 4 hoses, but 2 of them only need to be capped off. The other ones we could probably just cut. So that's been like a little wrench in our plan this week. And so we're kind of waiting. But the next steps, I think I mentioned, is getting rid of the rest of these wires. And the next thing is we're going to start trying to raise the roof. And I think what we're going to do is cut off the top and then like build like a wood thing around it, and then try to see if we can get some fiberglass so like it matches. But this is a very ambitious thing because we're not professionals. And so we'll definitely see what's going to happen with this. I think I mentioned before that my neighbors, they actually built out their Ford Transit van. And so they know a lot of things about van life. I was about to go ask them some questions, but they took off for the weekend in their van. So I'm not able to ask them, but I need to talk to them about solar too, because I think I need to start putting in orders for it. Takes time. And I don't want to like wait till the last minute and then, oh no, this connection is unstable. I don't want to wait till the last minute and then we're just sitting around waiting for supplies. The other thing is I almost ordered a dorm fridge, like a mini fridge. It was on sale at Walmart for $150, but they only had it in black, and I don't want it in black. I want it in white. So Amazon had it in white, but it was like $80 more. I'm like, why? It's the same exact fridge, same model number, except for the color. So I'm kind of just waiting to see if they'll get the white one to lower down in price. So that's what I've been kind of waiting on for that. What else can I tell you about the van? I'd say all in all, the progress is going pretty smoothly. I have been filming as I go. Sometimes it's been harder to like film everything because things happen kind of quickly, so I haven't been able to film everything. I didn't get too many videos done this week because it's just been like so much in this van. But I do have the getting the wheelchair lift out video coming out tomorrow. So you guys will be able to see like how we've been working and stuff. And so that one's coming out tomorrow. And then I think Tuesday you'll get the one, like how to remove the backseat chair thingy. Armando says there are van solar kits. I think eBay has them pretty inexpensive. Yeah, I've seen the solar kits. And they are like, I think they're more economical if you get it as a kit because you could get the charge controller and like however many panels. There's different types of solar. There's the ones that you can put like on a rack, and then that's good because you'll have like a little bit of like space underneath it for like breathability. So it's not just like stuck to your roof. But then they have these ones that are like very thin, and it's like a mat, and it just like curves to your van roof. And I think that's the ones that my neighbors have is the like the flexible ones. But I don't know because like I would think, would it get rust under there? I don't know. And so I need to talk to them. And there's like so many different like thoughts about solar on the internet and YouTube and van people. It's like so many different people are having different opinions. And so I want to make a good choice because solar is going to power everything. So that way I don't have to go to like campgrounds and stuff all the time. So it's going to be a very important decision. But I have heard of those kits, and it could be like a really good way to start so that I don't have to like worry about it. I do want to find some solar that has like good like warranties and stuff. So I don't know that I would want to buy like eBay ones unless they're from a legit company. But I do need to do a little more research before I buy the solar, because it's probably going to be the most expensive or close to the most expensive thing for the van, I think, because solar is very costly. Fake Freedom says, great, my sis has an extra student fridge dorm. I could ask her. Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. The fridge that I'm looking at is an energy efficient, like Edge Star or Energy Star, because anything that you put in a van has to be very efficient, like wattage wise, because you're running everything off solar, so you don't want to like drain everything down. And so it's got to be one of those efficient ones. And it's got to, like, the one that I'm trying to get is the one that has like a separate opening for your freezer and separate from the fridge part. Because I think I'm going to have a good deal of frozen stuff, because I'm going to try to like make batches of stuff, especially since I'm doing like more plant-based. Like I can make like soups and rice and potatoes and stuff and just freeze them, and like chopped up vegetables. So I do want to have one that's like a good, good thing. One of the things is like, these things are costing me a lot of money, and like I'm dwindling all my money, but also like I've always kind of gone with like do things right the first time. And so I don't want to like get a bunch of cheap things and they break and then I have to, buy stuff over and over again. So I'm trying to like ration out the money as compared to like the things that I need. So that's kind of what I've been working on this week. Armando, yes, the flexible ones are great now. You would seal all the way around them to stop corrosion. Oh, okay. So that's how they get to do that. And yes, the batteries are a killer. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, those batteries are very expensive. And I've seen people that have like multiple batteries. I mean, it just depends. Like, it's hard because I've never lived in a van before. So I don't know how much power or like stuff I'm going to be using. Like, I know the fridge is going to be running all the time, but that doesn't draw a lot of wattage from what I understand. I'm going to have an Instant Pot to cook and then an induction stove. My parents gave me their induction stove, thank God. So that was one expense I didn't have to have. Hold on a second. Because they got it and then they never used it. Hold on one second. And they get like, it's not an Instant Pot, but it's a pressure cooker. And my mom has like 4 pressure cookers because she loves QVC, and she always orders things and then she either doesn't remember she had already bought stuff like on infomercials and stuff. And so she has like 3 or 4 pressure cookers. So she's like, you can just have this one. And it's like a 4-quart as opposed to a 6-quart. And so I'm only one person. So a 4-quart's perfect. So I didn't have to buy that either. So I'm like, if I can find things that are, either free or cheaper, I'm going to go for that. But things like solar, I think is important to get like one with a warranty because it's so expensive. Fake Freedom, let me check. It is in the basement. She lives on the 1st floor. I live. Oh, you guys. Okay, cool. And I live on the 3rd floor house. Oh, that's cool. So you guys live in the same space. That's really cool. Armando, 6-volt batteries. 2 is good. 4 is better. I know. It's like what I'm trying to do is like, what can I get by with just to start? And then maybe as I go, like as I learn how much consumption I use, like maybe it will be fine. Maybe, maybe it won't. Van life rocks. I wouldn't change the roof unless you get a new top. You're running the risk of having water leaks, which will lead to probably mold and water damage by customizing your current roof. So that is true. And I have seen some other people doing the roof where they've actually cut the whole thing off. And so that is one of the things that we're considering. It's something that we've been really like thinking about and planning and trying to figure out what's the best way. So we've gone back and forth. So at first we were like, we're going to cut the whole top off, like you're saying. And then we're like, no, we maybe just need to cut like the top layer off. But then now I think we're back to cut, like, I don't know. We're going to make a solid decision next week, but you are right. Like, you have to seal it so well, because even like if it rains and it starts to like drip down a little crease, and then it goes into the back. It's going to go down the panels and stuff. So it is very important, like whatever we're going to do to like seal the heck out of it. And we'll have to use that butyl tape and then some other silicone stuff and some other things and other things. So that will be like a huge process. And I know why people get paid a lot of money to put on new roofs, because it's a lot of work and it's a big job. For me to get this roof taken off and somebody do it, like put a new roof on, it's $4,000 for this van. And that's not something that I have, $4,000. So that's not something that is going to be possible. So that's why we're going to just do it ourselves. I guess we'll see. You'll probably find out either next Saturday or the next Saturday after that, because this is going to be one of the next things that we do is the roof. So I'm cautiously optimistic, but you are definitely right. Like it has to be a very like thorough and thoughtful thing. Grant, oh, hold on a second. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for the donation. It really, really means a lot. And hold on, I got to get your sound. So I have this app and it has these cool sounds. And also say thank you for saying that I'm amazing. You're amazing too. All right, so let me give you this one because this is one that you always get. Oh, and I got to turn it up. That's your sound. Let me get you also. Hold on. That was epic. Thank you so much. It really totally means a lot, and especially now that I'm like spending money trying to get things for this van build, that really helps out a lot. Thank you so much. Okay, so I think it's great advance. Do you guys have any other thoughts or questions about it? And if hold on, and if you don't, we can move on to playing Would You Rather. I just got a text and it was because of my car insurance. So, Fake Freedom, a lot of stairs. Oh, it is a Kenmore green scalar, something friendly white fridge. It's all I got. You know what you could do if you want, if you feel like it, send me a DM on Instagram, and that way we can chat about it if you'd like. Also, if you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, it's travelsnacks_. And feel free to follow me there because I try to keep up like more currently on there because the videos do take time to edit. So between the live streams and Instagram, you'll probably get to know things more quickly. So I think go there and do that. Also, if you haven't already, throw a like on this live stream because that lets YouTube know that you guys like the live streams. And if you're new and you're not subscribed, become part of the snack pack by hitting the subscribe button. Also, it has a freezer. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I definitely need a freezer. Armando, I love the time-lapse videos when doing a van conversion. Okay, cool. That's good to know. I don't know because, like, my camera is like a vlogging camera, and for whatever reason, it always shuts down after between 21 to 24 minutes. So I have to, like, if I let it go, it like just shuts off. And so I have to like remember to like push the button to push the record button. So I don't know if time lapse is going to be like a great thing. But I will try to do some time lapse because it is really cool to see like some of the things. I already almost finished the like wheelchair lift video and taking out the bench seat video. But maybe on some of these future ones, I will try to do some of the time lapses. The solar kits from Renogy Solar is probably really good company for solar here in Southern California. Yeah, Renogy is the top company that I've heard from other van life people. So that's definitely a company I'm looking into for the solar. She also has an unopened microwave her daughter did not need at college. So that's awesome. I was going to do a microwave, but I've decided against a microwave. I'm just going to use the Instant Pot instead because I don't have very much room left. Like this week we measured and it's like you start to get the realities of van life when you start measuring for things like it's like, wait, hold on. Big freedom, I'll ask. Okay, awesome. And definitely need solar panels. They're cheap. Yeah, for sure. So first I was going to put a full-sized mattress in the back. And then I realized, like, because I have a queen here, and in any like apartment or house I've ever had, I've always had a queen. I don't need a queen bed. It's just me. So I'm like, okay, I can move on to a full. And then I was measuring and I was like, that's still taking up a lot of room back there. Like I could have a bigger kitchen if I have a smaller mattress. So now I'm like, I think I'll need like 42 inches this way. Because it's going to go like 75 or whatever inches like this way. But I think this way, I only need like 42 inches to be comfortable, which is more than a twin, but less than a full. So I have a mattress that I got from Tuft & Needle, which is like a pretty nice mattress. It was like, I don't know, $600. I got it like 5 years ago, maybe less. And it's a foam mattress. So I'm thinking about just cutting that since I already have that, and then that would save me money. But it's like, I feel kind of bad like cutting that mattress because it's like a really good mattress. But I mean, this is where I'm going to live. So I feel like, and it's like a 10-inch foam mattress. So it's pretty nice. So I think I'm going to possibly just cut that down. And then that way I can fit it perfectly to the size I want. And then it'll give me like 8 extra inches to, whoa, hold on. If I cut down the mattress to like 42 inches, it'll give me 8 extra inches for like more cabinets or more space, like livable space. And so I feel like I might end up doing that, but I hate to cut that bed up. But I mean, what else am I going to do with it? The Instant Pot, my wife's number one appliance. That's awesome. Awesome. I just recently like started back with pressure cooking, and Instant Pot, everyone recommends it. And I've been using it this week for rice and potatoes and like to eat more healthfully and stuff. And so I feel like that's going to be a good move on the road because it can cook like more things at once. You have 2 Instant Pots? That's awesome. Do you have, I wonder, does your wife have 2 different sizes? Because they come in 3-quart, 6-quart, and 8-quart. And so if I end up getting like a legit like name brand Instant Pot, I would get the 3-quart. But for now I have the 4-quart that my mom has, and I think that's perfect. Full size. Wow, that's thick. Yeah, the 10-inch foam mattress is very thick. It's a good mattress. I just hate to cut it up, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't really want to leave a bunch of stuff here at my parents' house because they can use that as the guest room. I guess I could leave that bed there, but then I'd have to buy a foam mattress, and I already have one. So just, I don't know. I'm trying to save money. 6-quart and 8-quart. That's legit. You could make so much stuff in those. Okay, running a small fridge requires you to run a DC to AC inverter. Yep, 24/7, which will suck up a lot of power. You're better off with a DC powered fridge, such as a Dometic. Those Dometics, though, are so expensive. Also, I found an article that, I don't know how to explain it because I'm not like electronical, but basically, I found this article of somebody had a dorm fridge, and what they did is they wired the dorm fridge to somehow turn off the inverter so that the inverter is not always running, because the inverter just on is already like using power. And so they did some kind of wiring thing to where it shuts the inverter off when the fridge is and freezer is at temperature, and then it like keeps regular. It's like a regulator. And so I'm gonna look into doing that. And my neighbors next door, they have their Ford Transit and they have solar and they have a dorm fridge, and they've said they were doing fine because the dorm fridge was running like 80 watts, and they said they were still doing fine with their solar. So I need to talk to them to find out, like, you know, what exactly they have. They have a really nice setup, and I don't know, they probably spent a lot of money. So I need to see, like, you know, what I can do with the money I got. Get a 1-burner propane for outdoors. Yeah, so I was thinking about getting that. I don't cook outdoors very often, but if I do, I can probably just pick up one of those propane 1-burners at Walmart. Like if I ever feel the need that I am gonna to be like at a campground or whatever, and I want to cook outside, then I probably will just go to Walmart and pick up that. I had ordered one of those, and then I was like, I'm probably not going to reuse this, and so I ended up returning it. Van Life Rocks agrees with the 1 burner propane for outdoors. All right, maybe I'll reconsider it. I'm trying to save space, and so I already have the the 1 burner induction cooktop, which is you just plug that in, and it's like it's like an electric cooktop, and you can just cook on that, and then you won't have to use propane and stuff. But again, that draws more energy, so it's always a balance of, you know, energy and efficiency. Hold on. Very windy. Who are a few of the YouTuber van lifers that you follow? There are a few that are doing van conversions right now. I have a playlist that I have. I don't know their names because since van life is so new to me, I don't like know the names. I know the names of like the car life people because that's who I was getting a lot of like inspiration from in the beginning, like Katie Carney, Alexandra Tejas, Vibrant Peace, but I don't think she's living in her car anymore. I follow No Can't Fant. He's one of my favorites. He's a van life person. He's kind of new to it as well. I think it's called Saga Adventures or something like that. They have a van. Their van is very nice. There's like a Sprinter van though. There's a lot of people that have it. Sarah Yak, I think her name is. She's got a really good channel for van life, and I'm getting a lot of inspiration, like the look of the interiors from her. So there's a lot of people on YouTube. Nice, like continuing to like build out. Hey Oscar, how's it going? Stream is out. Uh-oh. Hopefully it's back. Just finished the study. Oh, you got an exam on Wednesday. Okay, well, it's better to study, so that's good. Okay. So you guys ready to do the Would You Rather games? You guys still want to do that? Let me know, because today I have 5 Would You Rathers, and so we can go through those. And they're all like travel edition. And I think they'll be interesting. These should be very interesting ones. Give me a thumbs up on the chat when you guys are ready to do the games. I got my paper here. Awesome. Okay. So for those of you guys that are new on the live stream, last week we tried something new. We tried doing a little game to like liven up the live stream. And so the game is Would You Rather. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically I give you 2 options and you have to choose one. You can't change it up. You got to choose one or the other. And basically you have to, I'm just going to say, would you rather this or would you rather this? And then you just list what you would do. And then I guess we're going to go with like, once you guys all answer, then you guys can guess which thing I will choose and then I'll reveal. Hey Kelly, how's it going? I like watching Van City Van Life. Oh, that's a good one too. That's a good YouTube van life one. Yeah. Also, if you guys have any van life people that you love watching, drop it in the chat because it's always good to recognize. And I love like spreading the van life love. So if there's any people that you love to watch or I should go check out, I do follow a lot of them. I just don't know all their names. Yeah, let me know. Cool. Okay. So here's the first one. Okay. This is for 15 minutes. You're going to have to do this one thing for 15 minutes. So, hey, Teresa, how's it going? We're just about to play a game. So you come at the right time. For 15 minutes, would you rather wear a heavy sweater with a hoodie or a beanie in the Sahara Desert, which is extremely hot, like over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, like probably 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So you'd be wearing like sweats and a full hoodie and a hat. Or be in Antarctica, which is the opposite spectrum, like the most freezing, and you have to wear, for the men, you have to wear a Speedo, and the women, you have to wear a bikini. So basically it comes down to, would you rather be extremely hot or extremely cold? And this is for 15 minutes. So which one would you guys choose? Kelly P says, I love little cruise. We're also, like, if you guys have any van life or car life people YouTube channels, shout them out. But I'll look that one up because I don't know if I'm following that one. Okay, so Van Life Rocks says he'd rather be in the sweater hoodie in the Sahara Desert. So he'd rather be hot. Fake Freedom, desert hoodie, beanie hot. Grant, bring on the Speedo. I'd rock that thing too. Monique says Trenton Alley. That must be like a van life channel, so check that one out too. Grant says I'm always hot, so that makes sense. And I feel like you live in a cooler climate, so you might be more acclimated to that as well. Evil Gage, both are pretty extreme. I'd take the hoodie over frostbitten. True. Kelly says, give me the cold. Teresa, I'm from the South, so I think I'd rather be hot. We got a variety today. We have a variety. They are both extremely extreme. Like, it's the hottest hot you can be, and you're in like full on just hotness. And then in the freezing cold, like you're just wearing a Speedo. I'll even give you shoes though, because you don't want your toes to fall off. So I'll give you Speedo and shoes, or bikini and shoes. That's the only change that I would allow for the would you rather question. Because I mean, nobody wants to be walking on ice. Hot, so I can shed some weight. Hey, this is thinking outside of the box. That's also smart. Grant says Speedo and shoes. Now that's sexy. I mean, I guess the eye of the beholder. I guess it just depends. Okay, I actually don't know which one I would choose. So wait, has everybody said theirs? If you haven't said yours yet, Monique would rather be hot. Oscar would rather be hot. I think that the heat is in the lead. I think the heat is in the lead. And this is actually for 15 minutes. So it's actually not that long. I mean, it's in those extreme climates, it feels pretty long, but let me think for 1 second. If you haven't answered for yourself, answer that first, and I got to think about it. Let's see. Okay, I think I got which one I would say. Fireproof Sun would rather have the cold. Monique's from Florida, so maybe the hot. Okay, so what do you guys think I would rather do? Do you think I would rather go for the heat or the cold? Which one do you think? I've chosen an answer for myself. Neither one of them seem comfortable at all. Hello, I am in London. Hello, hello. Okay, which one do you guys think I would choose? Being hot in the Sahara or freezing cold in the Antarcticas in a bikini? Big Freedom, or Fireproof Sun says, I would like the cold. Oscar says hot. Big Freedom cold. Monique heat. Kelly says hot. Teresa says hot. Anyone else? Final answer? Final answer for me? All right. Grant says hot. The hots have it. You guys are right. You guys know me. Like, you guys must know me. It's and the thing is because like I grew up in the desert, so I guess same reason. Like I think I'm more acclimated to the heat. And 15 minutes, I've walked out in the heat because like just living out here. I've probably at some point walked out in a hoodie and whatever, jeans and stuff, and didn't die. I mean, the Sahara Desert is probably like super, super hot, but I think I'd rather just like get it over with and be in the heat because I'm not used to the cold, like freezing cold, and just wearing like a little bikini and shoes. I don't think I'm cut out for that. Like, I don't think so. I think I would be like shiver and just break, turn into an ice cube and just break, shatter. So I think I'd have to go with the heat. But a lot of you guys were right. Except Evil Gage says cold because you're always in the heat. I mean, that's a good rationalization. Like, that seems true, but I don't think I can handle it. Van Life Rocks, you like the heat. I don't love the heat, honestly, but I'm in the heat a lot. Monique says yes. Ivana, Two Sisters in a Cocktail, says you take the heat, which she knows me, so yeah. Fake Freedom, come on, you could take 15 minutes in the cold, though. Allison, I mean, you're right, 15 minutes. Grant says Fake Freedom always sucks at this game. Oh, man. Hold on, I'm getting a text from my son. Aw, my son just texted and said, I love you. I love you, too. That's sweet. Yeah. So I could handle the 15 minutes of cold, I think. I mean, it's 15 minutes. By the time you step outside and walk around, you're probably like shivering, but then you're like running in. And whoever's with you better have a like warm blanket ready. That's all I'm saying. That's support right there. So if you guys are ever in this situation, make sure that you're with somebody that either has a warm blanket ready for you or like an ice cold bath waiting for you. Okay, let me mark off that we did this one. I got this cool pen at the Dollar Tree. It's got all these cool colors. Okay. You guys ready for the next one? I'm trying to think of the next one that I want to give you guys. Okay, I'm going to give you this next one. Okay, guys ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready for the next one. All right, bring it. Okay. Would you guys rather have, okay, let's just say that you're traveling. You're like, you've planned for like a long time and you're like, okay, I'm finally going to this like greatest, just, I don't know, everyone's different. For me, it'd be like the greatest like beach vacation or like this greatest vacation you've been planning for so long. And then you get there and so you have two choices. Would you rather have it rain the entire trip? It never lets up. It just rains the whole time. Or it's sunny, but there's 0 shops, restaurants, or bars open. So you got like the nice weather, but there's no restaurants and shops, nowhere really to go. But you can either have full-on rain with all the shops and restaurants or sun, but no restaurants and shops. Which one would you choose? I don't know. Some of these are hard, man. Like, it sucks. Like, would you rather game, it just sucks because it's like nobody wants either of those things. All right. Monique says she'd rather have the rain. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? Lisa says probably the sun. Kelly says the rain. Fake Freedom says sun. Grant says bring on the rain. Evil Gage, give me the rain. I don't like the heat. Teresa says bring on the sun. Van Life Rocks sun. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was a tie. And then Monique says, again, I'm from Florida. The weather is bipolar. Yeah, so that's a hard one. Grant says the rain. Fake Freedom, I'd fish for food. That's good. That's awesome. Oscar says rain would be fun. I think the rain might be leading just by like maybe 2. Anyone else? Anyone else? You can either have it rain the whole time, but you have all access to all restaurants and stuff, or you can have sun, but no access to any restaurants or bars or shops or anything. Anyone else? Anyone else? And you can also tell, like, if you guys don't, you can tell me why you're choosing these things too, because sometimes, you know, you might give us like an idea of like why you chose that and might change our minds because, you know, some of these things you don't think of, like these aren't things that would be a typical thing. Ivana says rain. Rain because of the bars and restaurants. Okay, that's true. That's true. That's true. All right. Has everybody answered? Has everybody answered? Grant says, I live in Canada. I'm used to being indoors half the year. Also true. So you're already used to it. Oh, I'm trying to put my foot up here. Fake Freedom says, you better prefer the sun, travel snacks. All right. Has everybody answered? If you guys have already answered, now you can say, which one do you think I will choose? Do you think I would choose to have it rain and have access to everything, or have it sunny and no access to bars and restaurants? Okay, Fake Freedom says sun. Kelly says sun for me. What do you guys think? Anyone else? You guys all think I'm going to choose the sun. Fireproof says sun. Fake Freedom says sun. Anyone? Anyone else? Teresa says sun. Anyone else? You guys are all saying I would go with the sun. Why do you think I would go with the sun? Okay, Grant says rain. You like to explore, so if everything is closed, that would suck for you. Eva Gage says rain because of shopping and food. Monique says rain. Two Sisters and Cocktail, rain. So now we're like tied again. Anyone else? I would agree with Grant. Okay. Okay, last one. Whoever, if you haven't said what you think I would choose, then say it now, because I'm going to tell you guys which one I would choose. I just wrote on my dash on accident. All right. So the rain has it. And you guys should know that I am a lover of rain. I actually love rain. And I said this on the last live stream too. So you guys should know this about me. I also love to eat travel snacks. So there's no way that I'm going anywhere without any restaurants or food. And yeah, I would definitely choose to have it rain the whole time, even though rain can put a damper on things. Like there's certain things you're not gonna do. You're not gonna like go on any like big hikes or anything unless you want to get all muddy and weird, and then things are gonna be falling, mudsliding. No, but you know, there's certain things that you're not gonna be able to do in the rain. But rain is beautiful. Like I'll go out, I've been on trips where I've actually been out walking in the rain. Like I don't even care. I love rain. So to me, I think raining would actually be kind of cool. And then you can go to all the shops and all the restaurants and everything. Fake Freedom. Oh, come on. Fake Freedom. That's okay, Fake Freedom. I know over the time that we're going to keep doing this, you're going to get to know me even more. And you're going to like be like, okay, I'm onto her. I know what she's doing. But yeah, rain is awesome. I love rain. And because I grew up in California, and so we don't get rain that often. So every time I go to a rainy area, I love it. And when I lived at the beach, I loved it because every morning it was overcast and it would just be like gray, like a big warming blanket. And I just loved it so much. All right, so let's go with the next question. We have three more questions. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think of which one would be the best one. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Grant says, I love the sound of rain when falling asleep too. I do too. I love it. And I love storms, like thunderstorms and lightning. It was a little more intense when you're in your car because you're outside, but I love that sound. I love it. I think it's so great. Lisa says, I grew up in Western Washington, so I'm kind of over the rain. I could see that too. Like, I think if you had rain all the time, you'd probably be like, I'm over that. Fake Freedom. I just guessed everything opposite of my preference. I got it. Lisa, it's okay once in a while. Yeah, I think it's just so different. Everyone lives in such a different area, so like it would be just different depending on who you are. Okay, so the next one is, would you rather Okay, if you were taking a flight, would you rather miss the flight or have them lose your luggage? That's a pretty basic one that could happen to any of us. So would you rather miss your flight or lose your luggage? I love the support for everybody. I love the support for Fake Freedom. I love the support that you guys are giving. All right, so this one is, would you rather miss your flight or have the airline lose your luggage? Those are your two choices. All right, we're coming in with Ivana saying, lose my luggage. Van Life Rocks, miss the flight. Okay, so we're tied. Fake Freedom, miss flight. Grant says, lose luggage, like permanently, not permanently, but like, we'll just say it's like you reach your destination and you don't have it for like one whole day. How about that? Kelly P says, lose luggage. Yeah, maybe we should put like a little like, is it miss the flight like you just miss it and you just don't get to go, or you get to go on the next one? See, that changes the whole question. So I won't change it. Miss the flight. Grant says lose luggage for sure. Luggage. Lisa says luggage. I don't know, like that's a hard one because like, are you losing, like it really depends on what you had in that luggage. Teresa says lose luggage. I think most people would rather lose their luggage. Grant says, I want to get where I'm going and hello. I want to get where I'm going to over and above. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? I own cheap clothing when traveling and plane tickets are expensive. Hey, that's true. That is a good point. Anyone else? Anyone? If you guys have all answered, yeah, luggage can come later. Okay. If you guys have all answered, which one would you think I would choose? Grant says, I'll keep my Speedo in my pocket. Good choice. Never leave home without your Speedo. Okay, Ivana says, lose luggage for me. Teresa says, miss flight. Grant says, lose luggage. Fireproof says, let me look at Freedom's answer quick. That's sad. You guys are basing your answers off of Fake Freedom's answer. Kelly P, luggage for me. Fake Freedom, you would say miss flight. Fireproof says you would pick to lose luggage. Oscar says if it's an EasyJet $20 flight. That's true. Evil Gauge, miss flight because you have too many snacks in the luggage. That's a good answer. That's probably true also. Van Life says lose luggage. You guys have some good reasoning. Okay, has everybody answered? All right. I don't even want to say this because I don't want Fake Freedom to be wrong. But I would rather have them lose my luggage. I'm sorry, Fake Freedom. I don't know what it is, but I would rather have them lose my luggage because, like you guys are saying, the ticket's expensive. And also, usually when I plan out something, then it's like you're trying to get somewhere at a certain time. And if you miss your flight, then either you're going to miss it all the way or you're going to miss getting there and miss part of your vacation. And if you're only missing your luggage for 24 hours for a day, I always carry a personal purse or whatever. I would usually have a change of clothes in there and my toothbrush, or you could buy a toothbrush wherever you go. So I think for the most part, you're pretty okay as long as you have your passport or your ID with you. I think you'd be okay to get somewhere and not have your luggage. Just make sure you're prepared with a little Fake freedom, son of a gun. Two sisters of the cock, winner. Kelly P, fake freedom, not another one. Not another one. Fireproof Sun, yes, I picked the opposite if freedom's answer. But I do usually carry a lot of snacks, so that would be a bummer. But you can buy snacks when you get there too, so I think that's not too bad. So I think, I'd rather get somewhere and then I can buy whatever I need. Grant, maybe lie next answer to make fake freedom feel better. I know, I was thinking about it, but I can't lie. I'm not a good liar. Fake freedom, we love you. We do love you, fake freedom. We really do. This is just a game. It's just a game. All right. Okay, the next one, second to last question. Also, if you guys already haven't put a like on this live stream, and on the little like thingy. Okay, so the next one is, oh, this one sucks. Okay, you're on your trip. You're having a great time. This is like the trip that you've been planning forever. Hold on before I say it. Still one more to go. You could do it. So you got this one and then one more. So you guys have two more times to get it right. Right back at you, love you. Okay, good. So you're on a trip. You're having a great time. Everything's great. Okay, so you get to a point and one of two things is going to happen to you. You either get food poisoning, and I mean like food poisoning where you're like legit out for like a day or two, like you're just like coming out both ends and you're just like full on food poisoning, or you get a painful but non-lethal snake bite. Like you're out in somewhere and a snake bites you. You don't die, but you could end up in the hospital. So you got either full on food poisoning or full on snake bite that you don't die from, but severely hurts. Go. I know, fake freedom. Everyone's like, this is a hard one. Okay, so fake freedom, is that just a shocked face or are you throwing up from food poisoning? Okay, so Fireproof Sun would rather take the snake bite. Kelly P would rather take the snake bite. Teresa, snake bite. Monique, food poisoning. Van Life Rocks, snake bite. Two Sisters got food poisoning. Fireproof Sun, snake bite. Oscar gets the snake bite. Grant gets the food poisoning. I don't want to end up in a hospital. Fake freedom, snake bite. You're cautious. All right, anybody else? Did you guys all answer? So, okay, Eva Gage, food poisoning any day. I don't like snakes. Ivana says, I am terrified of snakes, so no, and I don't a nasty snake bite on my body for this lovely vacation. That's also a good point too. You'd have like a real bad snake bite would probably get like welted up or like infection, like it like pussy and stuff, like gross. So that would be terrible. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Okay. Lisa says that's a tough one. Depends on if there is much risk of infection with the bite. That's a good point too. Let's just say that, okay, just to make it even playing field, say you're out of commission for 2 days with the food poisoning and you're out 2 days with a snake bite because say it was pussy or whatever, but you could get back out, on your trip within 2 days. This is a tough one for me, honestly. Monique says, I've worked through food poisoning. Van Life Rocks, a snake bite is a great story to tell. Also true. All right, have everybody answered and given their reasons why? Okay, so what do you guys think that I will choose? Would I rather get food poisoning or would I rather get bit by a snake? Fake Freedom says snake bite. Fireproof Sun says, I'll bite the snake back. That's funny. I mean, you could actually cook that snake and eat it. I don't think I've ever had snake, but it could be like chicken. Okay, so Ivana says, I feel like you take the snake bite because you love to eat. Kelly says snake bite. Grant doesn't know. Van Life Rock says snake bite. Grant, are you traveling at the time? Yeah, this is when you're on a vacation, like you're on, on somewhere, like a trip somewhere. So yes, you're traveling at the time. Monique says food poisoning. Grant said, oh, right. What do you guys think? Whoever hasn't answered, what do you think? Fireproof Sun says snake bite, because who would want food poisoning on the road? Eva Gage, snake bite, since you're best pals with them being in the desert and all. Honestly, there are snakes, but to be honest, I'm more afraid of lizards than snakes. I'm not even afraid of lizards, but lizards are darty. Like, lizards go fast. Snakes go a little slower, so no, I don't like lizards. Keep all lizards away from me. Okay. Has everybody answered? Grant says I'd have to say snake bite. Okay, last call. Which one do you guys think I'd pick? Food poisoning or snake bite? Any last thoughts? All right, well, I have to say, hallelujah, fake freedom finally got one. Snake bite! Ollie that says snake bite, you are 100% correct. And I'm going to tell you a few reasons why. First of all, who said it would be a good story? Van Life Rocks, that is one actual thing, because that would be great content, to be honest. Not that it'd be great or fun, but, I mean, you got bit by a snake somewhere. That's, like, crazy. Also, a snake bite, although hurts terribly, is not like food poisoning. So when I was in, where was I? I was in Argentina, and I got food poisoning. And it literally knocked me out. Like, I thought that I was actually going to have to go to the hospital because I was like throwing up, thought I was going to pass out. It was coming out. My friend Angel was out with me, and she had to go out and like try to find me some rice, and she couldn't find any. So she ended up getting like some packaged, like those packaged mashed potatoes. And I just like had to like stir it up and try to keep it down. And it was like awful. When you're in another country and you have food poisoning, I was like really nervous, and it was just terrible. And also then I wasn't like, my stomach wasn't stable for the next couple of days, and we had some really great things planned for that trip. We were supposed to go to another part of Argentina with some of our friends, and like it was like a longer road trip, and it was just like awful, awful, awful. So food poisoning, no, I would never want food poisoning. I would rather get a snake bite any day. And once the snake bites you, it hurts. But I mean, whatever. You do got to probably go to the hospital, though. All right. So we got a lot of celebration for fake freedom. On a roll now. Yep. That was quite an experience. Oh, yeah. My story was an experience. It was terrible. We were in an Airbnb. It was like on like, I don't know, it was like the 9th floor. Oh, what made it worse is like we were at this Airbnb. It was in this building. First of all, the building had like 3 gates. Like there was a gate to get into the first section. Then you had to get into this other gate to get to the front doors. Then you had to open the front doors with this key fob. Then the elevator had a key fob. And the Airbnb host only gave us 1 key. And so if one of us left, you couldn't even get out of the building without having that key fob. And so my friend was scheduled to go on this walking tour as I was having food poisoning. I'm like, just go ahead and go. I'm not going anywhere. But that meant I couldn't leave. So if I got worse, I wouldn't have been able to like go anywhere or call it like an ambulance or whatever, because I didn't have any keys. And we asked the Airbnb host, can we get another set of keys? And she's like, no, I don't do that because people have lost my keys. And she was just being like kind of a jerk. So it was just like a nightmare. And so I never want to have food poisoning in another country ever again. Ew, food poisoning in a van. Oh my gosh. That would be so bad. Food poisoning, like true food poisoning, is awful because like you can't control your bodily situation. It's terrible. Snake bite, if you get a really bad snake bite, you might end up vomiting. Like if, it like either adrenaline goes through your body or the like venom or whatever. you could probably get some other bad symptoms. I've never been bit by a snake, so I don't really know. So that's the other thing. I'm just speaking from hypotheticals here about getting the snake bite. But I feel like once the snake bites you, you know what's going on, and you know you got to just go to the hospital or the doctor or something. And when I travel, I think like you should always know like at least some kind of phone number to call or a way to get in touch with somebody. I feel like if you were traveling, you could either ask your Airbnb host or the hotel, or go to a hotel and ask for some help, for like paramedic help or whatever, or they'd be able to help. You'd be able to find a way to get to the hospital. So I think that would be okay. So that's my answer. I'm glad most of you guys got that right. Not right, but you know what I would think I would do. All right. Okay, so we got one last one. And hold on, I gotta mark this one off. Oh, this one is a terrible choice. I left this one for last because this is a one that nobody's ever gonna want. But it's a game, so. Would you rather? Okay, you're on a flight. It's a long flight too. It doesn't have to be a long flight, I guess. It's just a decently long flight. You're sitting, it's one of those planes that has like 2 seats and then just like 2 seats. So it's kind of a smaller plane. Oh wait, hold on. Great. Grant says, Allison must not drink anything before the live stream. Almost 2 hours in and doesn't have to be. I know. Well, I do have my water. Yeah, usually I do, but today I'm fine. Okay, so you're on a flight. It's a smaller plane, not like a little teeny plane, but you know, like a regular plane, but just not like a huge one. So, would you rather be sitting next to a farter, someone that's farting the whole flight, or a screaming, crying baby? Those are the 2 choices. Those are 2 terrible choices, but those are the choices. So, you can either sit next to someone that's farting the whole time or screaming, crying baby. Which one would you choose? Puddle jumper plane. Interesting. Is that what they're called, puddle jumpers? Okay, so Fireproof Sun says baby. Van Life Rock says baby. But this is a hard one. Teresa would take the farter. Grant says I'll take the farts in a heartbeat. Okay. Kelly says the baby. Lisa says crying. At least I can put earbuds in. Good point. Fake Freedom, crying baby. Come on, I know there's more of you on there. Either it's too hard or you just can't, like, you don't want to make a choice, but you gotta choose 5%. I could either put on a respirator or noise canceling headphones. True. Teresa, if you breathe through your mouth, you won't smell it. Fan Life Rocks earbuds. Anyone else? Would you rather take sitting next to someone that's farting the whole time or a screaming, crying baby? Teresa. Oscar says crying baby. Eva goes, I take the baby because I can wear headphones, obviously. I don't want to smell someone's nasty fart. This is... It's a terrible choice, I know. Grass says, I've been on a flight with a crying baby next to me and I wanted to jump out of the plane. I have too. It's terrible. Lisa says, some say breathing farts is healthy. I don't know. Ew, no. But screaming babies are terrible. Like, it's so bad. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone hasn't answered yet? Would you rather take a farter or screaming baby? If headphones are an option, I'll take the baby. All right, final. If you haven't answered yet, throw in your answer. And if you already have answered, then what do you think I would choose? Fake freedom, crying baby, and give mother the death stare. Just saying. Also true. All right, so what do you guys think that I'll choose? Do you guys think I would rather choose sitting next to a farter or a crying baby on a long flight? All right, Van Life Rocks says he would choose the crying baby. That's it. Van Life Rocks is the only one's going to answer. Which one do you guys think I would choose? Grant says that's tough. You're a mom, so you're kind of used to it. My kids are grown. That's like old time dealings. Fake freedom, you would say the baby. Okay, so we got 2 for crying baby. Eva Gage, I think baby because you're a mother, so you've been there, done that. Teresa says I take the farts. Kelly P says farts. Fireproof Sun says bay, so far baby. Lisa says crying baby. Fake freedom says baby. Anyone else want to guess which one I would choose before I do the big reveal? Eva Gage, surely no farts. Grant says I'm going to say the farts. This is so funny. All right, anyone else? Just a couple seconds and then I'm going to reveal, and I'll tell you why. Anyone? Fake freedom. You could take your own, but come on, not a stranger's. All right. So I think fake freedom, yay! All right, so the reason I would take the crying baby is for the reasons, number one, that you guys said is you can use noise canceling earbuds, okay? You can, put in earbuds. I mean, it's very hard when you're sitting right next to a baby. You're still going to hear that baby. But number two, that baby's going to wear itself out at some point, I feel like. So the baby's going to, at some point, stop crying. And number three, I like to eat snacks on the plane. I do not want to smell musty old farts trying to eat my M&Ms or eat cookies. Nobody wants to be smelling that. And I have a sensitive smeller. And so, no, I think I would be gagging if I was smelling someone's nasty farts. That's like going into like a restroom after someone's blown it up and you're just like, ugh, and you just like try to get in and get out. I would not want to be sitting next to a farting person. Also, if that person's ripping it out and they're like actually like farting loud, I would be in hysterical cracking up. Like I can't control myself when somebody like just is so unapologetic and they just like lift their butt cheek and they fart. I think it's just like, it's so ridiculous and I can't stop. I'll tell you guys a funny story before we kind of wrap it up. Fake freedom feels like celebrating. Kelly's like, dang, engage M&Ms with a mouthful of farts. It's not a good, no, it's, nobody wants to be eating food and smelling nastiness. That's disgusting. Okay, so when I think it was I was pregnant with my first son, so that was like a lot of years ago, because he's 24. But me and the boy's dad, my ex-husband, we took like I forget what it's called. It's like Lamaze, but whatever the other version of Lamaze is. We took this class. And so, when you're like I'm just going to say Lamaze because that's just all I can think of. But when you're on, we are bonding. We are bonding every live stream. When you're in this like Lamaze class, you're sitting in a circle and you're sitting cross-legged and your partner sits behind you and like you do these like breathing exercises. And so we were like, in this class, we were breathing and stuff. And there was like a guy there and he was like, kind of like a free spirit. Like he like was kind of like just had like a hairy chest and he had his shirt open and he was just like kind of like wearing like a linen, just flowy shirt and his hairy chest is out. He's with his partner and he's just like like with his partner helping her breathe, but he's just like lifting up his butt cheek and he's just like vocally just letting his fart just rip out as we're in this class. And we were just like cracking up because it's like you're in a class with like all these pregnant women and you just feel so comfortable letting it rip. And he's not even laughing. I was like, we were just rolling on the floor. And I was really pregnant too, so I probably couldn't even have gotten up. But it was just like, are you guys comfortable just letting it rip, like audibly letting it rip in public? I can't. I would not. Like that. It is so funny to me. I can't control it. Teresa says, I have a lot of brothers, so I have a high tolerance for farts, I guess. Grant says, the bonding. I'm practically married to Allison. No, you got a wife. You're married to your wife. But we are bonding. We're always bonding here. Fake freedom. LOL, Teresa. Okay, Grant. Grant says, when you're sitting behind someone at a red light and you see them lean to the side. That's true. That's true. You know when someone's letting it rip. That's so crazy. I just like, no, I can't. No. I would laugh at myself if I just did it. If I was in the store in a line or whatever and just like let it like rip out, just like on purpose, loud. First of all, people would be cracking up. Second of all, I would just crack up myself. And third of all, this is probably a good time to do it if you want to, because everyone's wearing masks because of COVID. So I guess if you ever were going to let them rip, I guess now would be the time, because maybe you wouldn't even know, people wouldn't be able to smell it that much. I still wouldn't do it. That's gross. I feel like farting should be, try to keep it into your bathroom because it's just gross. Maybe I shouldn't have like ended on this one because it's like such a gross topic. Clearly I'm not opposed to talking about TMI issues and stuff like that, but we're all humans. We all have bodily functions and we all do things. And I felt like that was a good like travel thing because, you know, everyone's been on a plane where they've been uncomfortable. Let's see. My ex used to like to crop dust people in stores. Ew. Hey, Droz. Heading to Savannah tomorrow. Any recommendations for food and activities? Yes. Savannah was great. What was it called? If you watch the video I did from Savannah, it has a picture of me holding this like cone with shrimps in it. I think it was called the Savannah Seafood Shack. They had really good food and it was really inexpensive. And that's over kind of by the water. They had really good food. And they have this like it's a waffle cone, like a legit waffle cone. And then there's like coleslaw, garlic sauce, and fried shrimps. And I think that's it. And it was delicious. They also have other things. They have like those low boils or whatever they call them, where they have like little carrot or the little corn on the cobs and like the other like seafood. That place was great. What was that other place? You have to watch the video because I can't remember the names right now. There was a place that sold these little mini sliders. It was a person's name, something sliders. Slides, sliders, and fries. That was a good place. And they're little, I mean, you're getting a slider. And I think it was like $4 a slider, maybe $5. And so I feel like that's a lot because, you know, to get full, you're going to want to have like probably 3 sliders. But they had all these different delicious sliders. That was really good too. Yeah, Low Country Boil. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So those are 2 places I recommend. There was a couple other places that I can't remember now. But they had really good food. And Savannah's really beautiful. I stayed there for like a week. And it was really nice. I think you'll really like Savannah. Are you going there for just like for fun? Grant says, my wife would say, oh my God, I have a fart in a store. And then someone would come along and give me Hey, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You can't claim farts if, you know, you're in a store. Let's see. Savannah was really good. I'm trying to think of other things that I did in Savannah. You could take there's a ferry for free. You could just take it across the river and back. It's no cost. And it comes like every 15 minutes. There's nothing really to do on the other side, but it's still maybe fun to do. And then there's like a bunch of like shops and stuff. Go to the visitor center and ask for, I think her name was Pam. She was awesome. She was very helpful, and she gave me a bunch of things to do. Oh, another place is if you like cookies, go to, what's the name of that place? Boyd's Cookies. They're these like little mini cookies, and they have 17 different jars, and you can like try each cookie for free. So if you like cookies, go to Boyd's Cookie Company, I think it's called. Yes, attempting to have a vacation. Oh, that's awesome. I wonder, well, I'm sure you probably have, but check to see what's open in Savannah. Like if everything's back open, you'll have a great time. They have a lot of really great things to do. There's another park there with like a fountain, and I forget the name of it. But there's a lot of great things to do. You'll probably have a wonderful time in Savannah. Oscar, good night. Yes, speak to you soon. See you probably next Saturday. Hey, little Dave. Thank you for your suggestion. Have a great. Yes, you're welcome. All right. So, is there any other questions or any other things you guys have to talk about before I wrap it up? Fake freedom. Gotta go, folks. I love you all. I love you too. God bless you all. In Jesus' name, amen. Till we meet again. Be safe. Thank you, and God bless you as well. Lisa says, I had elk sliders in Montana. Ooh. When I went into the sliders place, I had a salmon slider and a pulled pork slider, and they were delicious. I feel like they needed a little more sauce, but other than that, they were really good. Try to see what else is there. Yay, I'm glad you guys had a fun time on the live chat. I think it's fun to do these Would You Rathers because I'm getting to know you guys a little bit more, and hopefully you guys are getting to know me a little bit more. Little Dave, is a slider like a burger? A slider is like, well, it started out as being a burger, but it was like these little like square, like little ones. So they're like mini versions of in an order. And so then people started making all kinds of different kinds of sliders, like, you know, chicken patty sliders or fish sliders. So they're just basically small little burgers. Yeah. But they can be made with whatever inside. So they're really good, but you'll need to eat a few of them to get full. And if you go somewhere that charges a lot, I mean, kind of is a bummer because you're not going to want to spend like $15 on sliders or $20 when you could just go get a burger for like $7, you know? Elk slider, interesting. Had bison. Oh, I don't think I've had bison. I don't think I've had elk or bison. And now that I'm trying to eat more plant-based, I probably won't. But honestly, if I'm somewhere and I have the opportunity to try something original, I probably will. All right, Kelly P. Bye. I'll talk to you all next week. Thank you. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up anyways because I am gonna take a break and then I need to edit some more of the video that I'm gonna put out tomorrow. We're gonna be doing a lot this week on the van. So next week I will, well, either the roof will be off or I'll let you know why we didn't get the roof off. We might be still dealing with these wires. What day are we on? It's, okay, the 27th. When is 4th of July? Oh, so next Saturday is 4th of July. So do you guys still want to do a live chat on 4th of July? It'll be like a party. It'll be like a 4th of July party. What do you guys think? I'm okay with doing it because I don't think I have any like mega plans that I know of. So if you guys still want to do it, I think I'm just still gonna do it. Whoever shows up. And if it's just a few people, we'll just have a little mini party. And if not, then we'll just keep it short. Yeah, that sounds fun. I think so. Like that means anything. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So, oh yeah. So for those of you that are in other countries, then I think that's just regular. It's just a regular day for you. So we'll still have it. Yeah, I think it'll still be fun. July 1st means more to me in Canada. Oh, Canada Day. Yeah. So you guys are going to be having your like festivities a few days before us. Yeah, we'll still have fun. I think it'll be a fun thing to celebrate, and hopefully we'll have some really good progress on the van by then. We'll see, because there's a lot of things we have to get done before we can start cutting off the roof, and we have to make a decision about how we're going to do this. So we'll have to check in next Saturday to find out. No festivities. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, that's true. Like, so where there used to be like fireworks shows and like big events and stuff, parades, I guess that's true. Like, there won't be any like mega festivities. I think my mom was talking about having a barbecue here at the house, but now that I'm not really eating very much meat, probably not. Maybe she can grill me up a piece of corn or something, or I can grill up some veggies or a baked potato or something. But a good hot dog is sometimes like, sometimes you just want like, even though hot dogs are gross, I don't even know what they're made of. Sometimes you just want a good hot dog. We're having fireworks online. Oh, that's cool. I'm sure they'll have like a lot of online things. All right, so we'll definitely be having the live stream next Saturday, but I appreciate all of you. Thanks for the donations, and I appreciate you guys being here with me today, and stay tuned for some upcoming videos, and I will talk to you guys in the next live stream next Saturday. And until then, have a wonderful, blessed week. Talk to you later. Bye.